The Universal Smoke Watch by Joao Miranda is a brand new, revolutionary smoke device that can work with your own everyday watch. Is it worth the hype? Today, we're going to find out. Watch my hands, there's nothing in them, but if I just rub them together like this, you'll see a cloud of smoke appears. That is just one thing you can do with this device. You can really add it to nearly any routine that you already perform. If you find this review, by the way, helpful, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel. Now, this is the Universal Smoke Watch. I think this changes the game for smoke devices. Honestly, this is currently, in my opinion, the best and most reliable smoke device on the market. This is so versatile, and there are many smoke devices already on the market, but this is revolutionary. It's visual, it's the perfect thing that you can add to all your existing routines to take them up a notch. You can add this to nearly any routine, and it adds an extra element of mystery and surprise. And this also can be put on your ordinary everyday watch, and it can be performed over 15 times on a single charge. Now, what do you get when you purchase this? When you purchase the Universal Smoke Watch, you get a few things. You'll get this beautiful box. Inside the box, you'll get a case to store the gimmicks and the tools. It looks very nice. And inside the case, you'll receive your smoke device, which has multiple components. You receive a remote with a single button that can activate the smoke watch. You get a charger, a manual for a quick guide, some tack, and liquid for the smoke. You also get the tutorial. Now, what is the quality of the gimmicks? There is technology present here, of course. It is very advanced technology. Joao has worked super hard to perfect the system. The machines are made from a very, very durable plastic exterior. You will eventually have to purchase more of the smoke liquid once you have depleted the supply included here. Now, since I have only owned this for a limited amount of time, I'm not sure how it would hold up with time, but it looks very, very nice. I don't see this wearing out for quite a long time. And one of the amazing things with this is that you can add it to your existing everyday watch, and you can turn that ordinary watch into a smoke watch. And it only takes about 5 seconds to add it to that watch. Then you can take it out, add it to a different watch, do whatever you want. Now, does this make noise? It does make a small amount of noise. It's really nothing extreme, but keep in mind that there can be some noise. You wouldn't want to do this in a completely quiet environment. If you were to do it in a quiet environment, you'd want to talk over it. Now, how is the tutorial? The tutorial is awesome. Joao teaches everything you need to know. He tells the story about how this device came about. He'll show you the prototypes and more. He shows you how to troubleshoot, how to open it in case you need to remove the batteries, how to use this, and a bunch of routine ideas. He'll give you 3 fleshed out routines and 8 additional ideas. The smoke can be inputted through the remote control. You can use your phone, or you could just use the device itself and activate it. And there will be a time delay, which is nice because it looks like you're not doing anything and the smoke just appears. So again, you can activate the smoke using a remote, you can use your phone, or you can just use the device. Now, is this a social media or a real life effect? This is great for social media or real life. This really does take existing effects to the next level because it is so visual. And whenever there's smoke, that adds an element of surprise, an element of mystery, because where is that smoke coming from? So yes, I think this is super versatile. Now, what are the angles like? This can be performed completely surrounded, and it is super reliable in my experience. Not once in the many times I've performed this now has the watch malfunctioned or failed. And it gives you feedback a few seconds before the smoke and right before the smoke. So you'll know if the smoke's gonna come out. Or if you use the phone, you can also control the exact length of time with the smoke, and you'll have even more control about some other variables. Now, is this examinable? Well, the smoke is just in the air. I guess they can touch the smoke. I don't think it's that dangerous. The smoke machine, they should never see because it's hidden. They don't even know the device exists. Whether it be under your watch, whether it be in a card case, on your arm, or in a box, anywhere. It shouldn't be seen. And that brings me to my next point. You don't even need a watch to perform this. There are ways you can do this just with your bare hands and they see the smoke appear. Those are a little bit less practical in my opinion. I prefer using the watch. But if you don't like the idea of having to wear a watch because you think it draws suspicion, you don't need a watch. Now, what is the difficulty in practicality? This is dead easy to perform. If you can press a button, you can do this effect. This is a tool that can be used to enhance your routines, and you could even center the routine around the smoke. But usually I would just use it as a quick magic moment. It's practical for many situations, including walk around, parlor, and even stage. You can even activate the smoke from 5 meters away. And you can have it on a sleep mode for hours in case you aren't able to turn on the watch. Because you have other things to do, or if you need it to be set up in an area and you won't be able to touch it for a while. Now, this can be used for up to 15 or probably more than 15 performances before needing to be recharged. And for every couple drops of the liquid, you can perform it 3 to 5 times. Now, is there any DIY required? Not really, but if you want to connect this with your phone, you should probably, you'll have to take your phone out and you'll have to configure it with the watch, and that is taught in the tutorial. Pocket space. This takes up a minimal amount of pocket space. It is curved, so if you put it under your watch, it should fit your arm shape perfectly. You would probably want to keep this under your wristwatch, but if you want, you could have it in your pocket or in a card case, or if you're on stage, you can have it hidden so you can activate the smoke for a very cool variety of effects. Now, it is recommended that the watch band is at least 22 millimeters thick. Here's a note. When going from table to table, as long as the smoke device has enough juice left, you can repeat it immediately without resetting. I like to wait a little bit after you perform it, just so the device can cool down a little bit. But you don't have to do any reset per se. You don't have to move things around. All you have to do is just, once the smoke clears, you can walk to the next table, start performing, activate the watch through either the remote, the phone, or just the device itself, and you're ready to perform it right away again. Now, I know some people may be afraid of the gimmick sliding out of the watch or falling down. Now, if you are afraid of that, you can always use the adhesive and adhere it to the watch band because you receive a ton of tack. I personally, I feel safe just having the gimmick under the watch, but you should probably use tack. That will make sure the gimmick doesn't slide at all and it stays in place. Now, what is the price? This costs $250 US. Is it worth the price? Absolutely. You will have to supply your own watch though, so keep that in mind. This is such a versatile device. I know it may seem a bit expensive, but it is a super well-built, finely crafted piece of technology that you can always have on you. It's the perfect EDC, and it's something that you can perform a lot of stuff with. What are the pros and cons? The pros are this is easy to do. It's a fun device. There are multiple input methods, including the remote, the phone, and the device itself. This is very well built. The refill for the liquid smoke is included. It also includes a remote control, so you don't have to touch the watch, and you can just hands-free, without even touching the watch, you can activate it using a remote control. It also produces a very large cloud of smoke reliably. This can be used to enhance many effects. It works on your own watch. It can be activated up to 5 meters away for stage applications especially. That would be great for on stage because you can just be far away and you can have, for example, a deck of cards. You can have smoke just rise out of the box. You can also do stuff with not much pocket space required. All you have to do is put it under your watch. The reset is also very quick. It's very reliable. I've played with a lot of friends' smoke devices, other smoke devices, and once in a while, those seem to malfunction. However, with this is very reliable and it should work every time. It's also very durable and the tutorial is very good. As for the cons, well, with any technology, you are risking that it could fail, because it could fail. This doesn't fail very often at all. I've performed this at least 40 times in the past week, and it has not failed me a single time. So it seems incredibly reliable from my experience. Another con is that you have to provide your own watch. I know most people have watches, so this shouldn't be too much of an issue. Or if you don't want to use a watch, you don't have to at all. You can have the gimmick or the device loaded in different areas. Also, you will eventually need to purchase refills for the smoke juice, and it is a magic moment. It's not really a full routine, although you could present it as a full routine and revolve the routine around the smoke. Typically, I would just say this is a magic moment. So it is over pretty quickly. Now, what percent am I giving this? I'm giving the Universal Smoke Watch by Joao Miranda 100%. And I know that is a very high score, but I think this completely changes the game for smoke devices. Honestly, this is currently the best and most reliable one on the market. I highly recommend picking this up if you couldn't already tell. This is so versatile. I hope you enjoyed this review. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.